Bom dia, todo mundo! Estamos bem? Tudo bem com vocês? Hoje eu quero falar do pretérito, some irregular verbs in the pretérito, the preterite, tá bom? We are going to be looking at estes verbos aqui. Ter, to have, ser, to be, fazer, to do or to make, estar, to be, dizer, to say, querer, to want, and trazer, to bring. So obviously there are more irregular verbs in the preterite than these ones, but these are the ones that I think are probably the most important to memorize and know, okay? Tá bom? Aqui temos os verbos ser, ter e estar. And notice how ter and estar are basically the same, are very similar. So you see how here we have eu tive, that's how you pronounce that, eu estive, você teve, você esteve. Ele, ela teve, again, these are the same conjugation, right? Ele, ela esteve, nós tivemos, nós estivemos. See how this part is this, and this is identical to this part of esteve? Right here. Tive, tive, see how it's there? So these ones are good. You can couple these together to help you memorize. See, vocês, eles, elas tiveram. Vocês, eles, elas estiveram. See, tivéramos here, it's over there. So basically, estar just has the s, in front of ter in the preterite. Okay, so those are similar. If you get stuck on this one, just think about ter. Ser. Okay, ser is the same preterite as what other verb? That's right, ir. Okay. Ser and ir are conjugated the same in the preterite. So you have eu fui, você foi, ele, ela foi, nós fomos, vocês, eles, elas foram. Okay. These verbs, dizer, trazer, fazer, querer. If you haven't seen my video on the verbs dizer, trazer, and fazer, because those are always coupled together for the most part, please look at that. It goes over the irregular present tense, because dizer, trazer, and fazer are tricky, like almost all the time. And querer too, I guess. So for dizer, trazer, and fazer, you're going to have eu disse, você disse, ele, ela disse, dissemos, disseram, trouxeram. Okay, so trouxe is hard. Trazer, nobody ever guesses that. Like, it's a very weird stem to work from. So eu trouxe, você trouxe, trouxemos, trouxeram. Okay, so that one's funny. You just kind of have to know that it's going to look like this. It does not have the A, it does not have the Z. It's very weird. Fazer, eu fiz, você, ele, ela fez. Nós fizemos, vocês, eles, elas fizeram. Okay. Querer, eu quis, quisemos, quiseram. So basically, all of these, for the plural third person, remember it's AM, not EM, AM. Agora vamos praticar pouquinho, gente. Praticamos. So, como sempre, you guys have to colocar os verbos conjugados aqui, right? In these blanks that I left for you. Notice there's going to be some verbs, like for example, this is the preterite as well. This is the imperfect. So you will be working with, when this is, present, obviously. So some of the other verbs might already be conjugated as well. Like this also, eles perderam. What's that? It's the preterite, okay? They lost. But I want you to only conjugate the verbs that we talked about back here. Okay, so if you see other verbs, you're like, hey, why didn't you ask me to do that? Well, we're just focusing on the tricky ones, okay? Tá bom? So pause the video, fill in your answers, and then we'll look at the respostas juntos. Ok, gente. Pela primeira frase, vocês têm que se lembrar que fazer é usado com o tempo, ok? So, você pode dizer, hoje faz calor, hoje faz frio. Like, it's cold. Fazer is used with weather. So when I say ontem, which is yesterday, ontem fez muito calor. It was very hot. Eu quase morri de calor. I almost died of heat. Morrer. Okay, that's from morrer. Ele me disse, dizer, que faz parte do clube de futebol. Não acredito. This means I can't believe it. This is a good phrase to know. Oh, I can't believe, não acredito. From the verb acreditar. A terceira frase. Nós estivemos no estádio durante os... Não. Ok, gente, não é isso. Bom, so let me explain. Here I wanted you to conjugate estar with estivemos. But what's the problem? No estar durante o jogo. What's the problem here? If you know the imperfect and the preterite, how do we use them differently? Well, the preterite is more for um, single, like a more a complete action, okay? That doesn't really last a long time. It may interrupt another action, but it's really not something like you wouldn't, if you were saying like nós estávamos, like no estádio durante o jogo, that means the whole time we were in the stadium. This is an isolated incident. So it makes way more sense to say estávamos no estádio durante o jogo. Estivemos. Estar normalmente, you could technically say this, but it's going to make a hell of a lot more sense if you use imperfect because it's an action that's taking place over a long period of time and it is kind of a description. Like we were in the stadium durante o jogo, tá bom? Isso é importante. I wanted you guys to say foi muito legal. Foi muito legal. Legal in Portuguese is going to be like cool or like awesome. Okay, legal, you should know that word. Quando você me disse isso, eu quis te matar. When you told me this, I wanted to kill you. You could also say queria. I wrote that here, okay? This you could say quis or queria if it's basically on the context and what point you're trying to make across. So quando você me disse isso. So that's an isolated incident. Você, you told me that. Desculpa. I wanted in that incident to kill you, okay? You could say queria like I had wanted to kill you or I've been wanting to kill you, okay? Tá bom? Ele trouxe, from trazer a bola, the ball, like if you're playing sport, e começou a jogar. This also is in the preterite, okay? But I didn't want you to conjugate that because it's not one of the irregular verbs that we were looking at today. So he took the ball, brought the ball, and started to play. O resultado do jogo foi ruim. This means bad, okay? Eles perderam. So the result of the game was bad. They lost, tá bom? Isso é tudo para hoje. Muito obrigada. Espero que este vídeo tenha ajudado vocês. No próximo vídeo eu vou falar mais sobre o subjuntivo. Ok, obrigada, gente. Tchau, tchau.